gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, Wrestle Kingdom 13 review. Just got off the air with NJPW World, New Japan Pro Wrestling World, with the live edition of Wrestle Kingdom 13. What an amazing experience I have had today in pro wrestling. As a fan of pro wrestling in general, I'm a fan of good matches. Having New Japan World, getting up at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time to watch this show live, was on Twitter, was tweeting with people, tweeting out different things from the show. It was just an overall amazing experience. One big news came out of this, out of Wrestle Kingdom. Next year, Wrestle Kingdom will be a 2-day event in 2020, January 4th and January 5th. How they're going to pull off a 2-day Wrestle Kingdom event is going to be insane. Do they do 5-6 matches on the 4th, 5 or 6 matches on the 5th? Do they do some type of 2-day tournament? I think there's so many things they can do there. It's going to be a freaking amazing whatever they end up doing. Let's jump to the card. First match we had on the pre-show. I did not get up to watch the pre-show first. Pre-show started at 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. Got up at 2. So I actually ended up watching the pre-show match after the fact. It was a number 1 contender gauntlet match for the never open 6-man tag titles. We had the two teams that started was the Elite, Marty Scrull, Adam Page, and Yujiro Takahashi versus a team of Jeff Cobb, David Finley, and Yuji Nagata, the Blue Justice, Yuji Nagata. First ball was David Finley pinned Takahashi. Chase Owens was out at ringside with the Elite Bullet Club. Some kind of dissension there. Obviously, we know the Elite separating from the Bullet Club. Bullet Club members getting involved. So that was kind of a little thing going forward. We'll see what happens there. As we know, All Elite Wrestling was announced this week. We know Cody, the Young Bucks, and Adam Page are all involved. As for other members, we don't know yet. We know Britt Baker was signed to All Elite Wrestling. I have some other news and info along All Elite Wrestling as we go through this review. The next gauntlet match, we had Team Chaos come out with Chuckie, Beretta, Hirooki, Goto. Finley also getting the pin there on Beretta. So now we have the team of Jeff Cobb, David Finley, Yuji Nagata eliminating 2 teams. Third team out was Team Suzuki-Gun. Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer, Davey Boy Smith Jr., the Killer Elite Squad members. And Archer was able to get the pinfall on Finley. So Finley's been involved in all the pinfalls now. So that ended up Suzuki-Gun versus the most violent players, which is Togi, Nagata, Toru, Yano, and Rynuske, Tucci. The most violent players end up getting the victory there. They will go on to New Year's Dash tomorrow, January 5th, and fight for the never open 6-man tag titles versus the Bullet Club. Tahiri Ishimori and the Gorillas of Destiny, Tomatonga and Tanya Yaloa. They'll fight them for the 6-man never open tag titles tomorrow on New Year's Day Dash. On to the main card of Wrestle Kingdom 13. First match, the never open title on the line. We had champion Kota Ibushi versus the Will Ospreay. As I've said in the preview, Will Ospreay grew up watching Ibushi. He wanted to be Ibushi. He imitated a lot of Ibushi's moves. Tanahashi said Ospreay is a British Kota Ibushi. So finally having this match at Wrestle Kingdom. Some notable moves from this match. It was obviously knowing these two guys, the high flying. We had 18 minutes of just match. We had a backwards moonsault off the top rope. And then as Ibushi does this backward moonsault, he gets kicked in the gut by Will Ospreay. Ibushi does a moonsault off the top rope on the floor onto Ospreay. We had a spot in the middle of the ring about freaking 8 or 9, just, strike into counter, into counter, into counter. Obviously, these guys know each other so well, even though they haven't wrestled that much. You're able to just counter, 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 and then a Spanish fly. Okay. We know these guys had the road to Tokyo Dome had that tag match, Ospreay and Takahashi versus Ibushi and Omega, and that was a 5-star match. So these guys can go out there and put a match on. At one point, Ibushi got caught in the tree of woe. You know how you have your feet on the top turnbuckle and you're hanging down. There was a freaking strike exchange there that it looked like Ibushi may have possibly broke his nose. Even though he's hanging upside down, he is striking Ospreay. It was just a kind of a crazy moment there. Ibushi did his humongous double stomp on Ospreay. Ospreay was bent over the ring buckle in the corner. And Ibushi was on the top rope. He jumps up, does his double stomp into the middle of the back of Ospreay. After the huge double stomp, he went to do a roll up from the top. The hell did I write that for? I don't know what. Oh. So Ospreay's leaning over the rope still after this double stomp. Ibushi was trying to do trying to powerbomb him. Ospreay somehow, don't know how he did this, was leaning back and was able to come up and do a freaking roll up off the top rope. Ospreay did a couple freaking sick elbows to the back of Ibushi's head. Will Ospreay ended up getting the pin on Kota Ibushi, become the new never openweight champion. Ibushi was actually stretchered out at the end of this match. Don't know how the injuries were. I know there was a mild concussion I'd heard later. So we'll see how Ibushi is doing. But this match was pretty hard hitting. I gave it 4.5. It was a little shorter than I thought it would be, 18 minutes. I'm thinking they realized Ibushi was concussed. So they went ahead and cut it off a little bit. But I went and gave it 4.5. Great match. Will definitely be one of the top matches of 2018. Next up, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Titles. We had Team Roppongi 3K Show and Yo with Rocky Romero versus Team Los Ingobernables de Japón with Bushi and Shingo Takaya versus the champions Suzuki-Gun, Kanemaro, and El Desperado. This match was extremely short for a three-way Junior Tag Team Champion match. 6 minutes and 51 seconds. Shingo Takagi took two massive clotheslines, or gave two massive clotheslines to Show. Ended up getting a quick pinfall victory, 6 minutes 51 seconds. And your new Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Los Ingobernables. I gave it 3.5, very short. So far, I am 2 for 2 in my predictions to what actually happened. Next matchup, we have the Red Pro British Undisputed Championship. We have, first time ever, the British Undisputed Championship has been defended at Wrestle Kingdom. We had champion Tomohiro Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr. This is a rematch, like I said in the preview, from the New Orleans WrestleMania weekend. We had, again, fairly short match, good match. The only real notable here is Zack Sabre Jr. did this top rope kind of armbar top rope move and kind of into almost a moonsault type of deal. Or not really a moonsault, but Came off the top rope with an armbar and landed. It looked like it freaking dislocated or broke Ishii's arm. This was early on in the match. The match continued, so I don't think he was really hurt too bad. Zack Sabre was able to get the submission victory over Ishii here. So we have a 3-time British Undisputed Champion here in Zack Sabre Jr. I did give this 3.5. It was fairly good. I still was expecting more, but I didn't get it from that match. So far I'm 3 for 3 in my picks. So yeah, I'm watching on. That's pretty cool. Yeah, by this time it's 3 a.m. So next up we have the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship on the line in a triple threat match. We had champions, part of the Bullet Club, the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga, Tanya Loa versus the Young Bucks, versus Los Ingobernables de Japón, Evil and Sonata. Sonata may be one of the best wrestlers in 2019-2020. Up-and-comer who's just coming. Again, a triple threat match for the tag titles, which should have been really, really good. Lasted 10 minutes. Evil did this freaking sick clothesline on Matt Jackson on the ramp. And you know, we all know the history. Matt Jackson's had a back injury, back issues here in 2018, coming into 2019. And I mean, it was a hard shot. Sonata was doing this. We all know how the Young Bucks like to do their, dives to the outside and stuff. Well, there was a spot where you had Nick and Matt Jackson and Sonata. One go to do a dive on the outside, the other one jump in the ring, and they would just go back and forth. No one really did a dive onto each other; they just kind of jumped over the top rope back and forth. Oh, there was a Tower of Doom. We all have seen the Tower of Doom, especially in a multi-man match like this. You get everyone involved. Everyone but Nick Jackson was involved in this Tower of Doom. Nick Jackson ends up doing a 450 off the top rope on the Sonata. You thought it might be over there. Nope. Wasn't over there. Sonata ended up coming off the top rope onto... I wrote something down there. But anyway, Sonata ended up thinking, it was Tanya Lowe. One of the members of Gorillas of Destiny. And just hit his finisher twice. We had new champions. Los Ingobernables de Japón, the winners of the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Again, I'm 4 for 4 at this point. Los Ingobernables de Japón, 2 for 2. They hold the junior tag titles and the heavyweight tag titles. At this point, I'm going, did I call the entire card? Next match, we had the IWGP United States Championship on the line. Champion Cody Rhodes versus Juice Robinson. Did not know before the match that Cody has a torn meniscus in his knee. He will be having surgery after Wrestle Kingdom. If I had known that little detail, it would have changed my pick. My pick was Cody retain. Brandy did a spear on Juice Robinson, which was kind of funny to watch. And Brandy obviously got involved with the spear. And then when Juice went to the top rope, she covered Cody. And what man's really going to do a freaking elbow off top rope on a woman like that, covering her husband? Juice did this left hand, and as Don Callis said, a left hand of God on Cody. Juice ended up hitting his finisher, which is called Pulp Fiction? Pulp Friction? Juice hit this twice and ended up getting to pinfall victory. So two-time IWGP United States Champion Juice Robinson regains the title here. I gave it 3-star. It was alright. I would say it was the worst match of the show, and it wasn't a bad match at all. Next, we had the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. We had Tari Ishimori versus Kushida. I will say Kushida had the greatest entrance of the night. As we all know, WrestleMania, they always had these elaborate entrances. Wrestle Kingdom, for the most part, they do too. This was freaking awesome. Obviously, Kushida's character is kind of like the Marty McFly character from Back to the Future. So he had his manager come out dressed as Doc Brown. They had a little mini Kushida come out. Dude had a freaking head on, looked just like Kushida. It was like a little freaking midget. I mean, just like a little kid. Dressed just like Kushida. Like Kushida with a little bitty junior heavyweight title and everything. And then, I was like, what the hell are they doing? He goes to the middle of the stage, and Doc Brown pulls out the remote for the car, starts pushing buttons, and all you see is smoke and everything. And then out of the smoke comes the real Kushida. And so it's like he turned him, the little Kushida went back, came to the future to the big Kushida. So it was kind of a cool moment. The match was good. When you see a cartwheel drop kick by Kushida, it was kind of interesting. He does this cartwheel and then does a freaking drop kick on the Ishimori. Ishimori hit the bloody cross on Kushida. That was really it. I mean, a little flippy back and forth. Other than that, 11 minutes. Good match. We have a new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Ishimori. I gave it 3.5 star. So this was the 6th match of the card. At this point, I was 5 of 6 on predictions. I will say the next 3 I failed miserably on. So I ended up 5 of 9 on the main card. 5 of 10 if you could include the pre-show match. But the next match did really... I feel that a prediction that I sent out there on Twitter. So if you were tweeting during the time of this, you may have seen this. I shared a few tweets that people did, and I commented on with this comment. We had young Jay White, 26-year-old Jay White, 26-year-old piece of gold Jay White, versus 31-year-old veteran Kazuchika Okada. As we all know, Goto early in the year turned on CHOAS, turned on Okada, went with the Bullet Club and Jay White. One of the things that the human wood tick is what Gallus called Goto. Jay White debuted in New Japan Pro Wrestling 1 year ago at Wrestle Kingdom. So, as we know, Gato's with Jay White now. Something that Don Callis was saying was, I guess, Lex Luger had a statement that a Ferrari with a ton of miles on it is no longer a Ferrari. And that Okada is like that. Okada was a Ferrari, 720-day title run, a ton of matches. He's a little older. He's not as good as he once was. Goto realizes this, traded up from Okada to Jay White, a younger, better version. Okada re-debuted the Rainmaker character. I'll come out in the Rainmaker gear with his vintage purple trunks. Vintage Okada. Okada, he hit this dive over a freaking... Of course, Goto got involved. Okada, Jay White were on the floor. Goto got knocked over the ring barrier. Like the timekeeping area or whatever it was. Freaking Okada gets a running start and does a freaking dive on both of them. Crowd went crazy. At one point, Don Callis was like, right before this, when Goto was out there with Okada, Don Callis said, "I'd kill him if I were you, Okada." Really? Kill him? Kill him, Okada's like, are you fucking serious right now? Let's kill him on a pay-per-view. But Goto was trying to get involved. He ended up distracting the referee at one point. laid a chair on the ringside for Jay White, for the Switchblade Jay White. And Jay White went to hit Okada with the Okada ducked. Okada hit a spinning Rainmaker. Went to do the Rainmaker again. Blocked it into a Blade Runner. And Jay White ends up getting the victory. 14-minute match. I gave it 4-star. I could probably went 4 1/4. It was good. I do see a lot of future with Jay White. He's got the look. He's got the personality. He's leader of the Bullet Club now since Omega was kicked out of the Bullet Club. My prediction, 2020, next year, Wrestle Kingdom main event. Jay White versus Will Ospreay for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. Call me crazy, call me stupid, but you know what? Why not? Why not Will Ospreay versus Jay White? Can that not be the future of New Japan Pro Wrestling going into 2019? It was also announced there is a New Beginning tour for New Japan coming to the United States. Obviously, the new head of New Japan wants to get a westward expansion going in New Japan and get more fan base here in the United States. Boom! I'm a fan right now. I have New Japan World. You could also got Wrestle Kingdom on the Fight TV app. They have 3 huge shows coming to America. They have the New Beginning show in Long Beach. They are going to Charlotte. Due to those shows selling out, they added a 3rd show, February 2nd in Nashville, Tennessee. I am 6 hours from fucking Nashville. I'm not going to be able to go. On the money right now. I was so fucking upset when they announced that. 6 hours. I want to go to a New Japan show so fucking bad. Not going to be able to. But you know what? That's alright though. I was able to watch Wrestle Kingdom live. I know they're doing this westward expansion, so they're going to be in the United States more. I will go to a New Japan show soon enough. I want to go to fucking Wrestle Kingdom too. But yeah, that's my prediction for next year. White and Ospreay for the IWGP title. It can happen. It should happen. Next match, we had the IWGP Intercontinental title on the line. Turned into a no disqualification match. At the media day yesterday, Jericho challenged Naito to the no disqualification match as they were signing this contract. Before the ink was even dry, Jericho put Naito through the table. So, yeah, we had this match. Chris Jericho, IWGP Intercontinental Champion, versus Tetsuya Naito, former champion. This match started fast and furious from the beginning. Naito did a freaking pile driver on the ramp. Jericho ended up later on coming back with a kendo stick. He hit freaking Naito when Naito went to do this freaking dive on the outside. Oh my god, he Aaron Judge swung that fucking kendo stick right into the skull of Naito. Jericho ended up brawling on the outside, and they were over the announce area. They were up on the announce tables. You know how they typically do these WWE will do a powerbomb through the announce table? Well, Jericho went to do a powerbomb through the announce table, ended up spiking Naito on the announce table. The table didn't break. How freaking Naito does not have a concussion after this match, I am shocked. Freaking Jericho ended up doing Jericho ended up pulling like 9 fucking chairs underneath the ring. Starts chucking chairs in the ring. Naito ends up doing a DDT on Jericho on the freaking chairs. We have a new Intercontinental Champion, Tetsuya Naito. 22-minute match. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was a good match. One of the matches of the year, kind of like the Will Ospreay Ibushi match. I was actually rather shocked, but I'm fucking happy as hell that Naito won. Now, we are 8 matches into the main card of Wrestle Kingdom. We've had 7 title matches. We've had 7 titles change hands. Going into the main event, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Interesting. Rumor had it, I'd said this in the preview, that Omega was talking about being at the G1 Supercard in New York in April. Believe he said he would be in New York in April. Now, Don Callis made a comment in this match. Beginning of the match. Before the match even started, made this comment. And I think, if you think about wrestling history, announcers tend to make comments. We go back to 1996, Bash at the Beach. We know the famous moment. The birth of the NWO. Sting and Lex Luger versus Savage and Sting and Savage. Luger already got taken in the back versus the Outsiders. It was 3-on-2. Luger gets taken in the back. Hulk Hogan comes out. Dusty Rhodes. Is he the third man? Is he the third man? Tony Schiavone. No, he wouldn't do that. Hogan wouldn't do that. Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's the third man. No, he wouldn't do that. He was the third man. We all know that historic moment. We might be able to look back at this match. Don Callis had a historic moment. Without doing it, I think this is what it means. I could be completely wrong. He said, Tanahashi and Omega, they hate each other. This reminds me from WWF back in 1997, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Do you all remember 1997, Shawn Bret? It led up to the Montreal Screwjob. It led up to Shawn winning the title and Bret leaving for WCW. Remember that. We have Tanahashi in his 20th year at New Japan Pro Wrestling versus IWGP champion Kenny Omega, leader of the Elite, former leader of the Bullet Club. I mean, notable hits here. Dive to the outside, Tanahashi. He dove on Omega. Legit. I mean, not only did he take Omega out, he slammed his ass on the floor and his arm. Omega did this freaking tweak his knee at one point. This was kind of an interesting spot. Omega goes to grab Tanahashi. Tanahashi's on the almost at the corner. You could see legit Omega tweaked his kind of knee a little bit. Oh my God, Tanahashi did this freaking sick dragon screw leg thing. I don't know all the move names. I'm close enough here. And you thought he legit fucking ripped all the ligaments in that knee. It looked bad. Followed it up with a cloverleaf. So we all know how much pressure cloverleaf will put on your knees and stuff. Well, the announcer's like, well, are the Young Bucks were at ringside. Are they going to get involved? It's not the Young Bucks' nature to get in the middle of a match like this when Omega's in a match. They just cheered him on. They actually kind of pushed the rope in so you grab the rope to break the hold for the cloverleaf. Tanahashi ended up hitting a Styles Clash. Omega, when he does the freaking B-trigger and he fucking nails it, it is lights out for his opponent. When he does the B-trigger and misses his opponent and lights out to the turnbuckle on the same knee that he fucking tweaked earlier, wow! I thought Omega was out at that point. Freaking Tanahashi hits a sling blade on the ring apron. So, all you fans would know how they talk about how hard that ring apron is. JY did a freaking sling blade on that, on freaking Omega. Tanahashi, and they end up having a table set up on the outside. You thought, how's this table getting involved in this match? As Omega's setting it up, the Bucks are like, hey Kenny, you need to fix the leg. And you can hear the clip play his day. It's freaking hilarious. Tanahashi ends up getting up. You're like, okay, somehow this table's getting involved. Oh, he got involved, all right. Tanahashi, he's kind of the John Cena of New Japan is the way I would put it. He doesn't take a lot of shortcuts. He's kind of that, fans kind of guy. He's been around 20 years. Well, he ended up seeing the table, put Omega on the table, climbed the top rope, was going to do a 5-star frog splash. He did a freaking magnificent looking 5-star frog splash. Only problem is, when he's about 2 foot off that table, Omega rolled off. And he did a fucking frog splash straight to that table. Freaking Omega went to go for a one-wing angel. Tanahashi was able to reverse it, which was freaking sick in itself. Top rope dragon suplex by Tanahashi. Tanahashi blocked multiple freaking one-wing angels. And we have new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion for the 8th time, Hiroshi Tanahashi, the first person ever to convert the G1 Climax case to a title shot, or to win a title at Tokyo Dome. Tanahashi won, huh? Dan Callis compared this to HBK Bret Hart. The loser of that match left. Rumor has it, there was a fantastic deal on the table for Kenny Omega to go to WWE. WWE is trying to obviously stack the deck with the October 2019 move on SmackDown to Fox TV, Fox Sports, and the multi-billion-dollar deal that was signed there. I'm saying it right now, 2019 Royal Rumble, Kenny Omega will debut in WWE. That's my feeling on it. Maybe a 1-year deal, maybe a 2-year deal, we don't know. We just know that Vince has money to burn. Vince will go out and buy whoever he can to have this dream roster. Not use the people right, not even fucking do anything correct, but have this dream freaking roster so no one else can have him. Kenny Omega to WWE, I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's part of All Elite Wrestling. But I'm going to say right now, based on, obviously these announcers know things. We don't know for sure. We won't know for sure until the 28th. I think it's 28th, whenever Royal Rumble is. I'm calling it right now. Kenny Omega pulls an AJ Styles. He shows up to Royal Rumble. I say he's number 3 or number 29. As we know, number 30 is our truth. Why not have a Kenny Omega debut at 29? We know the Bucks won't be there. We know Cody won't be there. We know Hangman won't be there because they're part of All Elite Wrestling. It was announced at the end of, or during the show, that Ring of Honor, All Elite Wrestling, and New Japan officials will be sitting down and discussing doing a cross-promotional thing. Currently, Ring of Honor and New Japan do that. Obviously, All Elite wants to get involved in that, so that would be pretty cool. To have those 3 companies working together and kind of build up All Elite Wrestling. I think there is enough talent. I think there is enough want for good wrestling that can happen. So we got 10 matches here. All these matches were pretty good. We had Tanahashi Omega, I gave it 5-star. It'll be my first 5-star match of the year. I can see people saying between 4 and 3/4, maybe 4. I wouldn't say anything less than 4 and 3 for most people. Between 4.5 and 5. I'm going to go 5 because of the title change. To me, it was more of a shocking title change. I was fully expecting Omega to retain. And as good as Tanahashi looked and Omega looked, 39-minute match. I went ahead and went 5 with that. I'm good with that. We had 2 5-star match, 2 4.5s, and a 4. So yeah, overall good card. The main card. As I do these reviews this year, I'm going to obviously rate each match. I'm going to rate the whole card. Basically, when I rate the card, I'm just taking the average star rating I gave it, times by 2 to get out of 10. So it's 7.8 out of 10 is what I gave this show. At the end of the year, I'll have a best of top 10 video for shows for the year. So as I watch WWE, NXT, NXT UK, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, New Japan, Rev Pro, Progress, Evolve. So yeah, I'm planning on watching a ton of wrestling in 2019. I got it all set up to do that. And it all started off with Wrestle Kingdom 13. Hope you enjoyed my review. I appreciate any feedback, any comments below, what you thought of the show. If you were one of the ones that was kind of tweeting around with during 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m., please comment below as well. We definitely see how 2019 is going to start off with a 7.8 rating out of 10 on a terrific card. We had four 4-star plus matches. So those will go on the list. They made the list. Again, in 2019, I will have a sheet that I'm going to keep track of all my 4-star or better matches. Obviously, women, I'll probably do maybe 3.5, maybe even go 4. Obviously, as the women's divisions across pro wrestling increase, we'll have more great matches there. So definitely some great matches for great shows for early 2020. I will have some best ofs for 2018 coming up. There's still a few shows that haven't dropped on the streaming services yet. Progress Chapter 82 that hasn't dropped yet, and a few other ones. So I kind of want to watch some end stuff from 2018 before I get those best of. So by Rumble, by the end of January, I'll have several best of 2018s going. I watched every match in WWE except for main event or whatever the hell it's called. I didn't watch any of those, but I watched everything else. Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, all the pay-per-views, all NXT. So yeah, so definitely great videos there. Alright. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.